Yo guys, what's going on? I'm Tim Kelly, joined by Justin Godsey. This is The Real Sports Talk, and you guys know that we are one of the few sources on the internet that is a mainstream sports show, I guess somewhat, because we've been on for a few years now, and people will watch us because we will talk about the game of baseball. That just isn't something that a lot of people across the internet do because, quite honestly, it doesn't get you the type of views that NBA or NFL does, or even in certain cases other sports, because that's just not the MLB market across the internet. But Justin and I talk about the game because we've both played the game and we both love the game of baseball, and it's really our favorite sport, so we continue to talk about it regardless of the fact that it isn't as popular. A few months ago, a list came out of a Miami biogenesis clinic where they were talking about Ryan, Braun, Melky Cabrera, Alex Rodriguez's name on that list, and the MLB has been investigating it for months, and a big development came out tonight. According to ESPN, this investigation was done by TJ Quinn, Pedro Gomez, and Mike Fish of ESPN. Major League Baseball will seek to suspend about 20 players connected to the Miami area clinic at the heart of an ongoing performance-enhancing drug scandal, including Alex Rodriguez and Ryan Braun, possibly within the next few weeks, Outside the Lines has learned. If the suspensions are upheld, the performance-enhancing drug scandal would be the largest in American sports history. Tony Bosch, the founder of the Biogenesis Clinic, reached an agreement this week to cooperate with the MLB's investigation, two sources told Outside the Lines, giving MLB the immunization officials believed they needed to suspend the players. And quite honestly, this Tony Bosch guy, viewer discretion is advised, because Justin and I are going to go off this video. How the hell is this guy allowed to just sit there and say, I'm not going to give you information. Even though I know stuff, I'm not going to do it. This guy should be in federal prison for what he did. They knew this. They had this goddamn list 3 months ago, and they did nothing about it because Tony Bosch's ass wouldn't even speak about it. That's the first thing that pisses me off. The second thing that pisses me off is Pedro Gomez is one of the people reporting this for ESPN. Pedro Gomez was so far up Barry Bonds' ass for 10 years, and now he's trying to act like, oh, I'm against steroids. You were covering this guy. You literally stalked Barry Bonds for 10 years and made a living out of it, and now you're trying to act all innocent, like you had no knowledge of that, and like you're trying to help clean the MLB up, which pisses me off. I don't even know where to start, Justin. Apparently, and I'm going to read off the names on this list, because A-Rod and Ryan Braun may be the two biggest ones, but it's not just a bunch of other no-names. Apparently, they will get, A-Rod and Ryan Braun may get a 100-game ban, because not only did they use the drug, which would be 50 games, they would get 50 more for lying. And although that sounds childish, stupid, I don't care, because I am so sick of Alex Rodriguez, Justin. You do not even know. I'm so sick of all this. And I remember last year, I'm going to let you talk in just a second, I remember last year when me and you were contacting people, we had a connection that told us that they could potentially get us an Alex Rodriguez interview because they were friends with the family. Would we be interested? And of course, Justin and I said yes. Not that I've ever been the biggest supporter of Alex Rodriguez, but the bottom line was it's A-Rod. He's a slugger. He's one of the best players I've ever seen play baseball in my lifetime. And eventually it got to the point where they said he's not interested because he thinks the media is always trying to screw him over. Well, gee, I wonder why, Justin.
I'm really pissed off with Alex Rodriguez. This is a guy who I would come out and say I really looked up to with the Yankees. You know, I grew up a Giants fan. My grandfather, I lived over in New Jersey. I mean, my grandpa used to take me up over to Yankee Stadium, the old Yankee Stadium, and we used to go there to watch Jason Giambi, who was personally still one of my favorite MLB players, and A-Rod and Jeter and the whole Yankee crew, until the steroid allegations started coming out and A-Rod tested positive. I've lost so much respect for Jason Giambi and for Alex Rodriguez for their role in it. And Alex Rodriguez, this is a total juicer right now. It's self-explanatory right now, but A-Rod, he hasn't even played a single game this year. I highly doubt that this guy's ever going to make an impact on this Yankees team again, because this is a team in the beginning portion of the season who didn't want nothing to do with A-Rod. They were even trying to trade him away, but with the contract that he has, I think he still has like what, $75 million.
Yeah,
left
but they have a very good case right now to go to the MLB and try and get the remainder of that contract voided. And I don't know if that's going to happen. A-Rod's ass should be out of the game, but Ryan Braun is not getting a pass here, because Ryan Braun should have been suspended last year. He got off on a stupid technicality and had this stupid press conference where he came on and he vehemently denied that he ever used anything, and he looked straight in the camera, tried to look sincere. I didn't believe it for a second. There were people... it pissed me off so much when Ryan Braun was starting in the All-Star game last year. Just absolutely ridiculous, because his ass should have been suspended for the first 50 games, not having a second straight MLB season where he's winning an MVP or close to winning an MVP. I'm just disgusted with Ryan Braun. Now, this entire list, let's go down it. Ryan Braun of the Brewers, Everett Cabrera of the Padres, Melky Cabrera of the Blue Jays is interesting, because if he took the drug last year or bought the drug last year, I don't know if they can suspend him again, because he was already suspended for failing a drug test, but who knows? I'd love to see him get suspended another 50 games if he bought something different there, or whatever the case is. Francisco Cervelli can't hit a lick anyway of the Yankees. Bartolo Colon was suspended last year for failing drugs. The fact that he's still in the MLB is kind of amazing to me. Nelson Cruz is a slugger, huge guy, does not surprise me. His name was linked with this a few months ago. Faustino De Los Santos, who Justin had a chance to meet, he's currently a free agent. Gio Gonzalez of the National sources told ESPN that Gonzalez received legal substances, so it appears he's going to be alright. Yasmani Grandal of the Padres, Fernando Martinez of the Astros, Jesus Montero, who's once a top prospect with the Yankees, traded in the Michael Pineda trade. He is now at AAA. I think it's Tacoma for the Seattle Mariners. Jordan Norberto, who's a free agent. I've honestly never even heard of him. Johnny Peralta of the Tigers, pretty good shortstop. And Cesar Puello of the Mets. And, of course, A-Rod himself. And I don't even care how biased this video comes off, because I'm not going off at the Yankees. I'm going off at Alex Rodriguez and Ryan Braun, because, Justin, we have spent our entire lives watching this game, buying these guys' jerseys, buying their merchandise, buying everything that had to do with them, buying their baseball cards, everything.
Yeah.
Spent our entire lives, and this is... A-Rod confessed to doing this, and then he went back to doing it.
It's a stupid move on his part, because this is a guy who, like Tim, you pretty much broke it down yourself. You know, we looked up to these guys. We're still looking up to these guys. These guys are heroes to little kids, just for them to, okay, I'm going to impress them a little bit more. I'm going to start juicing up, putting my own body on the line for entertainment. You know what? That's not what it's about. Everybody wants to have a clean athlete to look up to, not a steroid junkie like an Alex Rodriguez or a Ryan Braun. I mean, it's seriously, A-Rod on this list does not surprise me, but I'm going to give you a guy who I'm really surprised who is on this list, a guy who I personally, seen firsthand, a guy who I actually really enjoy, who plays for the San Diego Padres, and that's Everett Cabrera, a very fast shortstop, a guy who can hit pretty well, batting .276 this year. I actually would never experience this guy on a steroid list. Another guy who I have actually talked to personally on multiple occasions is Jordan Norberto. I made a video showing off my jerseys on my YouTube channel before. He looked at it. He actually tweeted about it. And you know what? For him to be on this list, I like the guy a whole lot personally, but you know what? This is going to have to take a step back from me and really look at the situation at hand. And, he used it, and it's time for these guys to face their consequences, and I hope the MLB goes harsh on these guys, because these guys took steroids, and their asses should be actually suspended. And for A-Rod, this guy should not even be able to pick up a Major League bat anymore. This guy is out.
It is ridiculous with A-Rod. He should be a lifetime ban from Major League Baseball. How many times can this guy do this and just get away with it? Because he's never once been suspended from the MLB. It's ridiculous. And Justin, I got to tell you, I don't think this 50-game suspension thing is working anymore. I think that my idea, and I know that we talked about this off the air a little bit, my idea is a 1-year ban for the first time and then a lifetime ban for the second time. I'm a believer in second chances. I am not a believer in third and fourth chances, man. This isn't like an accident or a coincidence. You go to this thing and you get a needle stuck in your ass to get steroids injected in you. It's not like you wake up one morning and you test positive for one of these things, whether it's steroids, HGH, testosterone. I know that a lot of people have been using Adderall, whatever the case is. Justin, what do you think they need to do with this suspension? Because it's obvious at this point that the 50 games is not working.
It's definitely not. That's pretty much just a slap on the wrist. Go enjoy your 50-game off, your little vacation or whatever the hell you want to do. Go take more steroids or whatever the hell you want to do.
But
you know what? I'm a guy all about the 3 strikes you're out rule. My first one is, you know what, you're going to be suspended for 100 games. The second one, you're suspended for the season. The third one, your ass is out of Major League Baseball. And Alex Rodriguez, this is your second time. Your ass, I'm going to be more hard on A-Rod than anything. I hope he is actually watching this video. A-Rod, your ass should be out of Major League Baseball. You know, I'm all in for Ryan Braun. You know, he needs to face the consequences. If I am the guy to, you know, hand down these suspensions, Ryan Braun, you're getting a 100-game suspension. Alex Rodriguez, I want you to be listening to this. Your ass should be out of Major League Baseball. This is seriously, you're a joke to Major League Baseball right now for you taking these steroids. I'm sorry that, you know, I backed you up for a long time about this, and you know what, I'm coming to face the facts that you should not be in Major League Baseball anymore. You know, the guys who are testing positive for the first time on this list, you know what, like I said, I'm upset about the whole situation at hand. You guys should face the consequences. I hope the MLB goes hard on you guys as well, because this is affecting your body, and it's going to affect your future, you know, growing older, and it's going to affect you one way or another. I don't know how it's going to, but you know, it is going to affect you, and you know what, I hope you guys get hard with a hard fine, a hard suspension, and that you guys do deserve your suspension and a fine.
And with this is the culmination of Alex Rodriguez becoming the most unlikable person in sports history. Not just sports now, sports history, because he's not friendly. He's a tool. I mean, I guess that's okay. You can be a tool and still be a good athlete, but that to me just irks me too. And all this steroid stuff, the fact that he is, with the exception of 2009, which of course it was against my Phillies, is the biggest choker in sports history in the playoffs. Man, A-Rod should be gone. Ryan Braun, in my mind, should get a full-year suspension. Justin, I'm sick of talking about this. The bottom line, they're going to review this over the next few weeks. We should know a little bit more, and certainly we will be talking about it once we know more information. But I can't tell you, no matter what comes out, I don't believe a word that Ryan Braun says. I'm not going to believe anything that any guys on this list said. And the best thing for some of them to do, guys like Johnny Peralta, who are facing this for the first time, just take the suspension and hope that people forget about it. Don't try and fight it, because no one believes a single thing that you're saying at this point.
It's you know, the guys, like I said, who are hitting the list for the first time, you know, it's going to be a learning experience for you guys. I mean, you guys are professional athletes. You guys should already know not to do it. You know, you guys have been heard about this growing up, you know, steroids and everything. And, you know, it happened to pro wrestlers. We saw the entire thing back with Vince McMahon with his steroid allegations. Now it's coming to Major League Baseball, where it's now we're trying to surpass the steroid era. I just hope that once these guys are come back from suspension, it's automatically the closed door on the steroid era. This is after the pre-steroid or after the steroid era. I hope that ends right here, right now, after these suspensions have been passed down. And like I said, I'm going to repeat myself again. I hope these guys have to pay a hard fine, and I hope that these guys get a hard look at it and they get suspended for a long period of time. Because you know what? Once you get suspended for a long period of time, it will go back and shine on these players and be like, you know what? I love the sport of baseball. I want to go out there and support the fans. And you know what? With taking steroids and juicing up to cheat your way to the top of Major League Baseball, your ass should not even be in Major League Baseball. Your ass should not even be an independent league baseball player. None of that stuff. You should not be even considered playing sports. You should be a guy working hard with the working class right now. You should not be playing professional sports if you're going to cheat your way to the top. That's not what sports is. This is all about sports entertainment. You know, I'm going to use a little catchphrase there from, you know, WWE, but baseball, football, these are sports entertainers, and you know what? I want to be entertained. I don't want to be entertained by a total juicer. And you know what? I hope this is the conclusion of it, and I'm ready to move on to watch actual baseball, clean players that are ready to go out there, put their heart and soul on the line every day for their team, go out there, win championships, go out there, win division titles, do whatever you want, win MVPs, go out there and impress on us. Let us be a fan of you, not be a fan of a total juicer or a tool, in my put to you, to anybody anybody who is doing steroids in 2013. You guys are juicers. Do not come to any sports league, because if you are, your ass is out of here. We don't like you. Make sure you guys go to fucking something else, because, you know, this is complete bullshit. We don't want you guys in professional sports. I'm going to put the period on here. Make sure you guys cheer on the clean, healthy players, and that's all I'm going to have to say about this subject.
Yeah, word to that, Justin. And make sure you guys go check out CagePages.com. Justin working with Fanside over at the USC. Check out UFC, not USC. Check out Section 215, my Philadelphia sports blog with Fansided and Sports Illustrated. Go ahead, check both those out. Subscribe, youtube.com/Mr. Kelstar, at the Justin Godsey on Twitter, at CashKelly_TRST on Twitter, and A-Rod, your ass is lucky as hell. You do not
Don't be scared, homie.
You are lucky as hell you don't have a Twitter, because we'd be sending this video your way. But hopefully, we'll try and send it to a few other Yankees, and hopefully they'll pass it along to you.
Don't be scared, homie.
We will catch you guys next time. I got to calm Justin down off the air.